No, Jay, I will not allow cock and ball torture in my classroom.
Alright, Miss Fritz, I'm gonna go make a Breath of the Wild LP.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed that one.
Welcome back to Breath of the Wild. If you guys noticed, we're going into uncharted territory here.
But don't worry, we got our good friends Sumaz and Uka Peak.
Uka Kip.
Uka Kip.
Yeah, it's like fucking Uka Pip. So
they'll help us out for sure.
These guys won't be around too long, so if you get tired of this gag, don't worry.
I want them there the rest of the series myself, personally. I don't know how the audience gonna feel about them.
I just thought it would be absolutely hysterical if we went ahead and just put them right here for the time being.
On the contrary, if you, for some reason, skip the past couple of them because they're side quests and this one kind of has a little bit of main plot in it, I'm sure you're confused as to what Sumas and Uka Keep are doing on the screen. And you know what? I'm not going to tell you. It makes it funnier that you don't know why they're there.
Go watch episode 26 if you want to know why they're here. This personal episode, this one right here, this particular one, if you guys want to know what it's going to be like, it's kind of like that one episode of like your favorite TV show that has like 23 episodes. Yeah. No, not like Jimmy Neutron. But we're like, you know, it's a filler episode, but in the background, like the C plot of the episode be a like major plot detail. So you still have to watch the filler episode. That's basically where we're at now.
It's still mainly going to be Tarrytown stuff, but turns out Jay forgot that we actually need a Gerudo for that, but we didn't want to do the Gerudo until we were done with Tarrytown.
So we're gonna have to kind of
do half and half a little bit.
Do half and half a little bit, yeah. So this is still majorly part of the Tarrytown quest. We're not going to do anything in Gerudo City that we do not need to do. However, we do still need to go there.
Yeah. So we'll get the tower here. We'll check out the bazaar at least. If we have to go into town, we'll do that, but don't expect us to like start off a Divine Beast plot or anything like that.
No, that'll be directly after Tarrytown.
Yeah. So you'll get to see that come in. And hey, that'll help us out later when we actually do this one, because this one's one of the longer ones. Not only traveling, but the plot as well.
Because like I was worried, because I was like, it's gonna take us like a shit ton of episodes for setup, because not only do we have to get in here, but we have to do the Yiga clan stuff. And all of that. So the fact that we're not doing that's really exciting.
So it'll work out. It's a nice change of pace, I think.
So I already told you, and I've said this on the series before, this was the first area of the game I actually actively explored. And so
this place is awesome. I love this part.
I'm really nostalgic right now, actually, for this area of the map. And the worst part is I've never actually been able to find... Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'd like that claymore. No, not the Moblin arm. So, the worst part is I've actually never been able to find this exact location again, which I'm sure if I actually looked for it, I would be able to. But man, something about the first night I had this game, it was like March 4th at like 4 a.m. My parents were asleep on the couch, in their chairs, and I was just on the couch playing Breath of the Wild on the TV because they hadn't told me to go to bed yet. So it's just like, I just have this like, it's specific memories like that make this game like so special for me. Where I know exactly what I was doing the first time I saw this area.
Like being able to remember a game at a certain place in time is really cool.
Yeah. And like when you look at where this place is on the map, it does kind of make sense why it was my first area that I explored. What I did was I came off the Great Plateau right here. I of course went over to where, you know, Impa is, and I did all that because the game tells you to do that. But as soon as I came back over here, I just went off and then went to the Gerudo area.
I spent a lot of time here, like, not because I had any interest in doing the Divine Beast stuff, although I did do a little bit of the Yiga plotline. The main reason I was here is, again, like, I wanted to do all the towers, and these two specific ones. This area takes a long time to traverse through and to, like, really get up to high places. Especially when you don't have like Rivali's Gale or any of the champion powers because you're too stubborn to do Divine Beast. And also this area like has a lot of like really kind of broken ass baddies. Like this is not the area the game wants you to go to at all early on.
No. Not at all.
And so like it just took me like a solid day or two just to get these two towers. These were by far the longest ones it took. And not because the towers themselves were any difficult, but just traversal of getting to here and getting to these two towers and going alongside like the structures along the cliffs, fighting a lot of these enemies, climbing my way up, going through the mountainside, trying to figure out where these towers were. I spent a shit ton of time here.
The structures along the cliffs was my favorite part because, like, the coolest part is that, like, that was something, like, unless I'm, like, misremembering, but I'm pretty sure that was, like, something that was shown off a lot in the trailers was Link battling these moblins on these fucking cliffs in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, then I saw them, I was like, yo, this badass is fuck.
Like this area is huge in terms of like climbing and scale and scope and everything, and those structures along the wall, they go on for a pretty long time, and they'll connect to bigger parts and shit, so you can just like follow it through if you want.
It's pretty similar to, oh, thanks. It's not like I don't have, like, 50 of those already. Thank you, game. It's very similar to, like, up here in, like, the Hebra region. Oh, by the way, I did this off camera. I got the Hebra Tower. I forgot to mention that.
Right. We didn't need to because it wasn't plot relevant, but
yeah,
Jay went ahead and did it.
But it's kind of like Hebra and the fact that there's so much to do and so much climbing and so many little intricate things that sadly we won't be able to really show on the series because they're not that important. But man, if you have this game on your own, please go and explore those areas because they are worth your time.
Oh, and these wolves too. I forgot about them. There's a bunch of these bastards just hiding out up here.
Oh, I found it. Okay, this is it. This is the area that I found that I was so happy to find because I was like really into kind of like Zelda lore at the time. Oh, fuck. Oh,
It's
God.
our first one of these.
Oh, God.
We haven't fought one of these fuckers, too. I'm so glad we got one of them on camera.
Oh, Lord. So keep in mind, guys, we can't hear the game. So all I knew that something was going wrong was my fucking controller was vibrating and I didn't know why. I was like, what's going on? So these are really dope. You're not supposed to be able to cheese them like I am. It's supposed to be a little bit harder of a boss fight, but once you realize what to do, these are the easiest motherfuckers in the game.
Oh, yeah,
They're really dope, though.
They're slow.
Oh,
they don't really get away. You can just hit their big ass weak point and knock them down.
I'm glad we were able to show one, though.
Yeah, I was worried we weren't going to.
Oh, look at the fucking drops, dude. Oh, bro. This
he
like
was
a
worth
Destiny 2. It's like a Destiny 2 raid when you finished it and you get all the fucking loot, bro.
Damn.
You open up that loot and you realize you just wasted time playing a Destiny 2 raid. Because none of this is important. As I was saying, I was really into Zelda lore at the time, so seeing the Gerudo flag was really, really dope to me. And I really like to see that. It was really cool.
I didn't think we now tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the trailers really showed any of the races. They just mainly focused on like Zelda and Link. So like the idea that like Gerudo and Rito especially were going to be in the game. Like Zoras and Gorons are in every fucking game, so it's not that big of a shock that they were there. But these two specifically,
I think like
kind of interesting.
Closer to release, they had the trailer with like featuring some of the races and some of the champions. But like the very first few just showed like the monster enemy types and like the locations, but never any of the specific races.
I stopped watching a lot of the trailers toward the end just because like I knew it would be a game that like I would play or that Ethan would play. And the more I like heard about it, the more I'm like, you know what? I really don't need to know much about this. I get it.
I didn't watch a lot of the trailers.
It'd be kind of cool to look back on them now because some of them just straight up have like story cutscenes that just aren't in the game.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my favorite things to do after things, whether it be movies, TV shows, video games, or anything. Like after I've finished experiencing them, I love to go back and look at the trailers to like see what was included, where it was, what things got changed. There's a really cool video of someone going through Breath of the Wild, like looking at not just the trailers, but like the Game of the Year award or the Game Awards, like showing of the game.
Yeah.
And like going to different locations and seeing if they were cut from the final game. And it's just really cool to see what was cut and what potentially stayed. Yahaha! What's the Obama quote, Aden?
Oh shit, we finally get to bring this bit back. How many episodes has it been?
Too. Fucking this is like 27, so it's been
like 20. 20 at
like
least.
20 episodes.
All right, let me go fucking pull up a Barack Obama quote. Shout out to the people who actually remembered this bit. So,
yeah.
You're the real ones. You're the real ones. Let me find a real epic one.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Barack Obama. Time and again, you've picked me up. I hope sometimes I picked you up too, Barack Obama.
We could really use a Barack right now.
I need to pick me up, Barack. Can you you said you were going to, so can I get a pickup right now?
Oh, okay.
I'd appreciate that.
Remember, guys, go ahead and
I hope that wasn't a repeat Barack quote. I don't know. We only did two, so like
that wasn't a repeat.
The odds of me repeating it were pretty low, but it could have happened.
Don't forget to vote Joe Biden. Make no malarkey.
No malarkey.
None at all. No malarkey.
No McClunky. No malarkey.
No McClunky. No McClarkey. This is not the political episode sequel. Don't worry. We're not doing that.
Mainly because we're actually doing important shit for once.
Yeah.
Well, this is the tar one.
Tower. Yeah, fuck this tower, dude.
Not the tar one with wizards, but just the tar one. Oh yeah, you gotta.
The tar is that you can cryonis this shit.
I didn't know that. I thought you had to magnesis.
No, Aden.
Fuck!
No.
God, I wasted like 30 minutes like trying to build a perfect little magnesis tower to climb my way through there. I didn't know you could just cryonis the fucker.
Yeah, you can.
It's tar. Why would you be able to? It's not water.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess there's part of water in tar, but I don't.
You can do it.
Look, I'm not Bill Nye. All right. Point being, how was I supposed to know?
Oh fuck.
Wow, very good, Jay. I'm very happy that you did that. That's so epic. Oh my god. Jay sucks at video games. Jay fucking said he's not good. Why he fall, huh? Why you do that?
I don't even have to commentate sometimes because Jay fills in the gaps. You know? Says what everybody else been thinking. This also would have been a thing where if I had Rivali's skill, I just would have passed through all this bullshit and just, you know.
Oh yeah, had I not used it to get up the mountain, I would use it right now. But like I saved us a lot of time using it to get up here.
That's fair.
So I can do a little climby-wimey to get up to this tower.
Epic. It's the last plot relevant tower, Jay.
Yup.
Not the last one ever, but the last plot relevant one.
I always loved the little cores of the tower. I don't know why. I just think it's such a really cool design.
It's visually pleasing. You like the Energizer Bunny, you know. This is a core battery. What's killing me?
Applications for
What's killing me is not the joke, because the joke is awful, but the fucking reaction of dead silence on top of that. That's what I'm laughing at, everybody. I'm not laughing at my own joke. Believe me, I'm well aware.
I was wondering. I was like, should I say anything or should I just ignore it? Do I just ignore it? And then I was like, I'm gonna act like I'm taking applications for new co-hosts. I'm not finishing the series with Aden.
Damn. You can hire Sumaz, dude.
I can hire Sumaz.
Sumaz and Uchaki.
The poor artist who drew those for that website.
I think he probably the same motherfucker who did the quiz.
He probably is.
This looks like the same level of effort.
Oh Lord, dude. Here we go.
I fucked around with it after the episode, and we ended up getting Mario later on too, and he's funny as fuck. They're all pretty funny.
I'll routinely swap them out for like whichever ones we end up finding for the next couple episodes.
Yeah.
So like,
there can't be that many. I'm assuming.
No.
If they're all hand drawn like this, there's probably like 10 or 12. I'd say.
I'm willing to bet.
So probably like the Smash 64 roster. I bet there's like a Luigi. You know, I bet there's a Donkey Kong. Oh, Donkey Kong would be heavenly. That drawing. No Tom Nook, probably. No Diddy Kong.
There we go.
Maybe Bowser? We might get Bowser. I don't know. Some of these, though, the drawings would really pop off.
We're so close to having a completed map.
Epic.
Just got to get this last one over there. Then we're good.
You can't
Hell
even
yeah,
leave from
Dad.
over here, wherever it's at.
Yeah, it's over yonder.
Somewhere.
All right.
Cool.
Oh shit. See, this is what you were talking about, Aiden. How you
Look
would
at
love
him.
more of this kind of shit. He just vibing, dude. That's the scariest motherfucker I've ever seen.
He can actually step on you and kill you at any point.
Look at that dude.
Just you be walking around and Camel
That's terrifying.
just oops, McClunky. There you go.
Bro, I love the desert. Dude, it's so cool. Like, it takes a lot to walk around it, and there's a lot of nothing. There's an absolute load of nothing, right? But man, is it still fucking awesome when you get, like, the shit like that? Those, like, 7 queens or whatever they are.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's so dope.
Yeah, there's still a lot of visually pleasing areas, for sure. I think there's a shrine
again-
down there, too.
Yeah, it is. There is. It's a lot like Hebra again for me, where it's like, there's not a lot. There's a lot of nothing. But there's also a lot of great shit.
Even
And yeah,
even
it's
the
like-
weakest parts of Breath of the Wild's world typically still have something really cool and interesting in them.
And I guess that's kind of the thing. It's like, how do you make the desert interesting, right? How do you make snowy areas interesting? Because as much as I love, like, even Red Dead 2's open world, the snowy area, I haven't gone back there since I left it in the story, right? Because, like, there's just nothing to do. And I feel like that plagues a lot of open world games if they have diverse, like, land areas. It's like, what do you do in the snowy area?
Right.
Right? It's kind of hard to figure it out. Find a way to cool down or we'll take damage? I don't know
Okay,
what that
King.
means.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Here
Nakey
we go.
boy.
Nakey boy.
This is hype as fuck.
I think so. Welcome to the desert. But I think the desert overall is better than Hebra. Because at least the desert's kind of related to something. As much as I do find the Hebra area beautiful, there really is not too much to do there.
At least here we get like Gerudo and ancient ruins and like the kind of cliffside shit's really good.
I still come back through here a lot. But like in terms of like areas I love to explore a lot, it's not really up there for me.
Oh shit.
There he is, baby.
The last divine beast. Big camel motherfucker.
It's still gonna be a little bit before we do anything with him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But here he is. He's very ominous too.
What episode had you predicted us trying to get to him by?
Like 45.
You did not go 45.
I did. No, 35.
30.
No, it was 45. It was 45 because I thought we were gonna do a lot between
Let's see. Hold on.
Rito and. You can scroll up in our chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna see what Jay predicted. He did predict 45. The
Yup.
fuck?
Yup.
We might not get there by 30, like originally intended, but like it'll be close to that. So
It'll definitely be close. So here we are. We have arrived.
better than 45.
In the area. We are naked. Let's see if we can put some like. We can put a shirt on.
Epic.
Now we can put our clothes on. I guess it's a little bit better over here.
Yeah, the Oasis area is typically fine.
All right, we don't need to talk to you. Your name doesn't end in son. What about you? Your name doesn't end in son. Fuck off.
See, because they're all women, so they wouldn't have son at them.
Your name doesn't end in son.
And only male Gerudo like Ganondorf or whatever.
Yeah, he's like one male every 100 years.
I used to think, actually,
Your name doesn't end in son.
whenever they said, in Ocarina that like Ganon is a Gerudo, I don't know why, but my brain hadn't like deciphered the difference between a Goron and a Gerudo, so I just assumed that Ganon was part of the Goron people for years.
He doesn't look like that.
He doesn't at all, but I just thought when I entered the
confuse you.
No, I just thought he was a Goron. I just thought, okay, well, Ganondorf probably lives in a desert-type rocky area, and, the Gorons kind of have that going on, and they're very similar, right? So maybe, like, he's just a special... a special Goron. I never made it that far in Ocarina, so I never got to see the Gerudo area at all.
No.
So, yeah, I just thought Ganondorf was a fucking Goron. But needless to say, figuring what a Gerudo actually was made a lot more sense.
I bet.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I get you.
So
But
I
no,
found Ronson.
Ronson?
Yeah.
Epic.
She's kind of hot too.
I'm glad we didn't have to go into town. That makes me feel
Me
nice.
too. There you go. Sweet. She going to Tarrytown now. Bye.
And that's how it
Man,
connects, baby.
I wish you could hear the music here. Cause the Tarrytown theme is great. I'll share you some like I'll share it with you after the recording. But there we go. Yeah. That did take about 20 minutes of the episode. But not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We've got this area unlocked so we can go ahead and come back here when we need to.
Cool.
But as for now, that's it for the Gerudo area. We're going back to Hudson.
Yeah, boy.
And see, this is where, like we said, the travel medallion would come really handy, because
There don't be no shrine there, so
nope, or anything,
or tower or anything. So when you finish it, can you teleport then? When it's like all built and shit.
I think so. If not, there's a shrine right near it, so you'll be able to do that anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, as soon as I remember we have the medallion, I was like, we should just do it here.
You should just go ahead and put it here.
Wood already, because now we have to get 30 wood for Hudson.
Damn.
So yeah,
You
that's
need
what I was
a lot
talking about. It's a lot of
fucking wood.
Shrines to claim their spirit orbs. Stamina vessel. Yes, sir.
Epic. I didn't realize we had 4 for a while.
Yeah, we got those a while ago.
Yeah. Not that we really need hearts or stamina at this point. We're pretty well equipped, but
Yeah, I just figured I'd go ahead and spend them and get an extra little bit of stamina.
one more can't hurt. It's wild too, because it's like it felt like every episode early on in the series was like, do another shrine, do another shrine. We got to do another shrine. We got to do another shrine. It's like there's still like a good 80 or so that we haven't done yet, but the frequency in which we've been doing them has dramatically decreased ever since we got the Master Sword.
I'd love to do like a shrine episode, right? Like one like towards the end if we have the time, if we're not like spending too much time in the series or anything. It'd be cool to do show off some cool shrines. Go around the map, show off some locations where some of the shrines are, because some of the shrines are in some really cool locations. So I'd be down to do that. That'd just be down. It would have come up to if Aden was down to record it.
Right. It's the type of thing where like at this point, at this current part of the series, we've obviously been doing a lot of side quest shit. So like as soon as Tarrytown is done, we are going back to focusing on the plot. And then once we do that plot, it's like DLC after that. And then after DLC, it'll be the type of thing where it's like, all right, well, we could just end the game right there, or we could do some side activities, but it's really like been a little bit challenging for, I guess, me and Jay to be like, all right, well, what does need to be showed? What time are we going to have to do it? Because we don't want it to be a thing where we finish the DLC and we just have 10 more episodes until the finale. Like, we don't want to pad it out unnecessarily. I don't want to pad it out.
But I also don't want to end off and beat Ganon and then still keep the series going.
Right.
Because I feel like at that point, that makes the finale a little less climactic. So,
shit's gonna get cut out. The
absolutely
tough decisions we're having is like, what deserves to be shown? What exploration type shit needs to be shown? Like, whatever. Are we gonna reach all that? Probably not. But like, it'll be in that period after beating Gerudo and doing the DLC where we'll wrap up any of those loose ends.
And again, don't be surprised if you come back between an episode one time and I've got like a whole 2 extra stamina lines because I've done shrines off screen. Like I might absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Or a tower. Yeah. Well, we already showed that there's a tower that we did off screen.
Yeah.
Because there are some shits that don't need to be shown, right? I could even come back with a whole ass new armor set or whatever, right? Because, just not everything deserves screen time.
Right.
And I would love to show everything in this game because this game is amazing. It's beautiful, packed to the brim with content. But, again, like, some things don't need to be shown. Some side quests don't need to be there.
Something I've appreciated about this series is that it, for the most part, has had a really good and, like, brisk pacing. Like, outside of the Dragon episode in episode 13, every episode has had something important to it that mattered, and every episode showed some new part of the game. Eventually, we're just going to get to the point where, like, that's not going to be a thing anymore, and the shit that we are showing isn't going to be as interesting as we've shown in other episodes. So, like, there's definitely a cutoff to a point where it's like, all right, we could keep showing us new stuff, but how many people would still be interested after a while?
Yeah.
That's tough. And I think for me, too, it's also a bit of a creative thing where it's like, I'm really proud with how much Breath of the Wild we've been able to do in so little episodes, and I've been really proud of the pacing and the side shit that we have shown off. I don't want to make the series worse by showing off things that would ruin the pacing or make the series boring to any of y'all. So, like...
Absolutely. I agree.
It's a tough balance, but, like,
So,
Tarry
like,
Town was always a thing we were going to show from, like, the beginning.
Yeah, that was from the start. Like, I wanted to show off this side quest.
The dragons
Granted,
were going to be something from the beginning that we were going to do.
There's a lot of just chopping down wood, but it's not like... It's still a pretty fun side quest to do, and I've wanted to show it off for a while, and I do think it's a wholesome side quest.
Even Tide Island, we were always going to show.
Typhlo Ruins, I always had a chance to show. I always had, like, like, I always wanted to show that one. We were always going to show the Master Sword, getting the Hylian Shield. These were all things planned from, like, the start.
But, like, there are going to be a lot of shrine quests that we're just not going to, unfortunately, do. Even some really good ones. And it's like, yeah, I guess that's an issue. But at the same time, like, it keeps it for us to where the series will not be 100 parts. And it'll be manageable to actually watch from beginning to end. Which is a good thing. I think that's well worth the trade-off.
I agree.
So we'll just see. We'll just see. For now, the only things like we're promising really is like Terrytown, obviously, and things like the DLC and main plot shit.
Absolutely. So here's my question. Just in a completely hypothetical that isn't based in any reality.
Okay.
If the Breath of the Wild DLC happened to be post-game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would we still be doing it in the series?
I don't know. That is a good question.
Or would that be like... Because, like, that's something Parker's done with his Skyrim Let's Plays. He beat the main story, like, episodes ago.
Right.
But he's been doing both DLC and other shit. And again, we're not going to do the other shit. That could take that more time. But, like, if DLC was post-game, like, would that be something we do? Or would that be, like, another series entirely, right? Like, if Champion's Ballad was a completely separate post-game story, would we do that? Would it be like Zelda Breath of the Wild Champion's Ballad Let's Play? Or would it be added on?
I think, like, number one, we've discussed with this DLC that, like, we're not really doing the fucking Trial of the Sword shit. Like, nobody...
No.
We don't want to play that. Y'all probably don't want to watch that. That would take forever. So that already kind of knocks out one of them. And then that leaves us with, like, the one-hit obliterator and the master cycle, which is legitimately cool and, like, actually doable. But I don't know necessarily if that would even have enough parts to warrant it being its own series, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
and then,
that's why I was saying, like...
And then again, the last point, like, you brought up straight up as well, like, having the finale be the finale, I think is far more impactful from the pacing point to, like, oh, we beat Ganon, then we're done. We've beaten the game, you know?
Yeah. And I guess that's, like, another thing, like, I guess if DLC's long enough, like, apparently Witcher 3 DLC is, like, completely, like, another game, like, worth of content, right? So at that point, it could be worthy to do a secondary, like, series. But, like, there's also moments where it's, like, there's really nothing to do for some of these. Like, if Champion's Ballad, in its form that it is currently, was released as post-game DLC, that wouldn't be enough for me personally to warrant doing a whole series for. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the Champion's Ballad because it fits in nicely.
It helps that we can do it without having to beat the game as well, right?
Yeah,
that we have the option to.
I've seen Let's Plays that have, like, beaten the game and then the DLC came out and they did it afterwards. So it really helps that we don't have to do that, and we have everything that, like, we need to have
right
as we're playing it.
Playing the game years after the fact has its benefits, and that's one of them.
It does.
Is that we fucking know, like, every little thing.
Alright, so now we're in the Rito village trying to find a traveling salesman.
Okay.
So we need to go and find him. His name has to end in Sun. So let's go ahead and see where Mr. Sun is.
Hello? You not a son.
Not to bring up Star Wars, but that dead ass the fucking rebel symbol.
Yeah. You take the wings away from it and it's just straight up the rebel symbol.
Like I
Absolutely.
said, not to bring up Star. Oh, there's my fucking angsty King Teba right there.
Look at this badass motherfucker.
Look at this dude.
He has a wife? I didn't know he had a wife. Okay.
Oh no, I forgot. There's like a whole like story about. Yeah, there's his wife.
Look at this body.
She kind of hot though.
I wouldn't want to fuck a bird, but honestly, wouldn't be the worst thing
Thank
to
you.
happen.
Oh, we didn't even talk to this dude. I forgot.
Yeah, we didn't talk to Cannoli at all.
We just completed the actual main quest.
Oh,
Oh lord.
I'm glad we did that.
Me too.
So now it says we've actually completed it. Oh, that's going to be a comment for sure. If you've been commenting that 10 episodes ago, I'm sorry. We
I'm really sorry about that.
by the time you actually watch that episode, we'll have probably already have beaten the game. So if you left that comment from episodes ago that we didn't actually complete the quest, well, there you go. There's your payoff. We did it.
We completed the quest.
Sorry that my God. How did we not notice that, Jay? Did we just leave as soon as we beat it? Because we didn't talk to Teba either after the fact. We must have just dipped.
Yeah, we must have. I kind of wish we had talked to Teba. But I'm glad we did it now, like you said, because that would be unfortunate. There he is. Found him.
Tarrytown really filling up all the ends, isn't it?
It's like that one episode, that one arc in its show that's like wrapping stuff up, and you're like, okay, I get you.
Tarrytown got us a Gerudo Tower. It got us fucking closure with Teba. It got us a house. Tarrytown just checks off a lot of things off the list for a series like this, so.
I was kind of happy with Tarrytown because I really liked going around and showing off like all the places and everything.
Locations.
So there we go. Now we need to go ahead back to my main man Hudson.
Now you gotta collect 80 wood.
You say that, but
Do we actually have to
we
collect
gotta
80
collect
wood?
80 wood. Yeah, we do 80.
Really?
No,
How
it's
much more
50.
wood does he need?
It's 50 wood.
And then we
So
gotta go
once we
find
end up
someone
here-
else.
And then we gotta go find someone else.
Oh.
So,
How long is going on?
ladies and gents,
How long is this is gonna be a part 3?
we'll see you all in part 3. Thank you all for watching this episode.
Wow.
I had a really good time doing it.
I did too.
So we'll see you all then.
Peace.